friends, it's your girl Kristen Denise, also known as KD, here with the second video. And so you want to get a PhD. Now, I see that my eyes look a little red. I didn't realize that per se, but I woke up from a nap not too long ago. And let me tell you something. And let me tell you something true. If you do delve into this adventure of a PhD, you are going to need naps. If you were not a napper before, you probably will become a napper. Not gonna hold you. But that's another conversation for another day. That's not actually what we're gonna get into today, but just know, naps are your friend. And I am close with my friends. Okay. But for real, today's topic is what exactly is a PhD and what is the purpose of getting a PhD? This is the first thing you need to be really, really clear on if you want to pursue a PhD. A PhD is beyond being called doctor, although being Dr. Kristen Hemingway is going to be dope. I'm not going to hold you. Getting a PhD is not necessary just if you're like, I want to just teach in higher ed. You can teach in higher ed without a PhD. I know plenty of people that do it. Getting a PhD, earning a PhD is about knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt that you want to spend your life doing research and creating new knowledge in whatever realm you want to focus on. If you do not want to do ongoing research, if you're not interested in producing or creating new knowledge around a specific topic or a specific set of topics, the PhD is not for you. That simple. PhD is a research-based degree. It is saying, I want to learn how to do research at the highest levels in an effort to expand the knowledge that we currently have, or in some instances, produce brand new knowledge altogether to fill the gaps that current research has left, to answer questions that are still unanswered. And I want to dedicate my life to doing those things. Now, in doing those things, I may still teach, right? As an academic researcher, I can still teach at a R1 institution, which is I don't remember anymore what R1, the amount of money, research dollars that an R1 institution brings in. You have R1, you have R2 as your research classifications, and you just kind of have universities in general, right? And so with the R1, that's the highest classification. R2 is a secondary classification. I attend an R1 research institution at Georgia State University. I want to work at an R1 research institution, but this means I have to be producing research consistently, regularly, and not just doing the research, but making sure I'm writing about the research and being published in highly ranked, highly rated academic journals. If you do not have a desire to, first and foremost, do extremely high-level research for the foreseeable future, right? It may not be the rest of your life, but for the foreseeable future, and then write about that research and submit to highly ranked and respected academic journals and present at well-respected conferences in your field, the PhD may not be for you. And by may not, I mean it's not. Wanting to be called doctor or wanting to teach at, again, university level without the desire to do the research aspect of it, there are many ways to get to the place of teaching at a university. There are many ways to do a lot of different things. But at the core, at the base of getting a doctorate of philosophy, a PhD, research, high level research. I'm talking about research to create new knowledge that you then go on to write about and submit to highly ranked, highly revered, in essence, highly valuable, peer-reviewed academic journals, and to present at conferences and organizations, both nationally and even internationally. If that ain't what you're trying to do, the PhD is not for you. Are there any questions about this part? You can drop them below in the chat and let's talk about it. Oh, also to answer a question from a previous video, I'm getting my PhD in the learning sciences, which is literally the science of how people learn, and instructional technology. So how do we leverage technology to help people learn? That is my realm of research. I'm specifically focusing on how do we leverage technology to better equip early career educators to implement culturally sustaining pedagogical practices in the classroom. If you want to hear more about it, let me know. I can talk about my research all day, but I'm not going to put that on y'all. Y'all want to know about getting a PhD, not necessarily my PhD, and I respect it. But if you do want to know more, I can do a video delving a little bit more into what I'm doing, my purpose behind it. And yes, this is research I want to do, and this is work I want to do for the foreseeable future, which is why the work I am putting into the PhD, lots of hours, lots of classes, lots of reading, lots of writing, lots of learning. We can talk about all of that, but all of those things are worth it because I know the research that I produce can have a huge impact on future generations, and the research, it's a research agenda I can get behind for the foreseeable future. So that's that on that. That is what is the PhD. If you have any questions again at this point, holla at your girl, let me know, and let's talk about it. Thank you for listening to video 2. A little fun story. I recorded this video earlier, but I didn't like how it ended up coming out, so I had to re-record it. But here we are, video 2 nonetheless on So You Want to Get a PhD? All right.